Hey everybody, I am back at your request. We're going to take a look at love energy surrounding this couple. Um, I do feel like they're going to be connected or date for a little while longer. They got off to I want to say like a false start. Kind of feels that way. I have Normani as the person who initiated, and I also have her running away from him as well. So this is a little tricky already. So it's kind of got this damsel in distress type feeling. Um, I do feel like she's very attracted to him. I do feel like he brings a lot of clarity into her life. I believe that she feels peace when she's with him. She feels happiness. But for some reason, she cut out. They had a restart. So they started, she ran, and they restarted the relationship or connection again. There are some issues that she have when it comes to love and relationships. And he is definitely confused by her actions. He's confused by her love language, but he is so willing to keep initiating with her. So that's one thing we do know. I have him, the person that initiates the reconciliation, and I have her as the person who initiated the relationship in the beginning. So that's different. Yeah. She pulled him in, and then some type of fear happened, and she released him, and then he came and initiated and brought it all back together. So that's a sign of some unhealthiness. That's a sign of future toxic things. So we can look deeper into that. So I don't know his sign at all. I didn't get a chance to find out. Excuse me, but let's find out what she do know about him. What does she know? She seems to be sure about his mindset or who he is. She's sure that she wanted to have some type of connection with him. He brought some changes into her life, took away some fears, brought some comfort, but she knows that there's some issues with commitment. Okay, so that's probably why she ran away. He could be like the playboy. He can be the friendly, fun guy to everybody, and she saw that about him. Um, so they were all friends. I feel laughter. I feel this happiness. I feel this joy. I had this itching in my throat too. So I feel like something is not being said. But at the same time, when she had her one-on-ones with him, she was able to pull him in. So she spiritually seduced him, to be honest with you. Um, I feel like he gave everybody attention, but she pulled on him a little bit more. Um, he could be a possible Scorpio, Taurus, or Aries. Don't know his sign, as I said before, but she know that he brings fun and joy to her life. Let's see a little bit more about this happiness. Yeah, she's afraid. He's a playboy. He is very friendly, very outgoing. She doesn't trust his loyalty, and he's not as stable as she preferred. And that was the thing that pulled her away. So I got her running away from him. I got them starting up for a couple months or maybe even 1 month. And then I got her breaking up with him because she felt like he wasn't stable enough. He doesn't sit still long enough. Too busy. Maybe he parties a lot. There's some things about him she's not comfortable with. So then out the blue, this new beginning happens in her. Let's find out what made her go back. What made her go back? So she kind of just blamed it on herself. Maybe it's me type feeling. Maybe I was judged too harshly. Maybe I'm living too fearful. Maybe I am having the wrong perspective of him. This is just curiosity on why she went back. He could have a mother to child that caused some issues too. She could be feeling threatened by this empress. It could be her, of course. She could be definitely having a baby. But I doubt it. Even if she did, I don't see that. But it could be a woman that came between them. It could be a threat of another woman. It's the reason why she ran. Because it's kind of weird. I kind of got this thing of, I'm sure that he is going to be great for me. He makes me happy. He's changed my life in so many different ways. He makes me think, but I don't think he's going to commit. I'm happy when I'm with him, but I still feel emotionally unbalanced, like I don't trust him. He's a party guy. He doesn't sit still. He's not stable, and I'm afraid of that. Or it can definitely be another woman that she felt threatened by or concerned or had fear about that made her run. And then she decided to start another new beginning with him. But this time it's like a blind faith. And he was definitely affected by this. Let me see what this is right here. Yeah, she's still unsure if she should be with him or not. I got them making up and breaking up too much. It's hits and miss and hits and miss. It's like they're breaking up every week. That's how it feels. There's a lot of shutdowns here. This can be her doing all this. This can be her emotionally shutting down. Feeling like she doesn't have enough power in this relationship. Feeling like she doesn't have enough control. Let's just get them all out. Let's see. I thought we had a story, but we don't. So I would like to call this peekaboo. 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 This is friends. They are kicking it buddies. This is a group of people that hang around each other. He is in the midst. He is the one that makes everybody laugh. He is the one who makes her laugh. Nobody knows that they had liked each other, and she began to pull on him and become more attracted to him. And she began to start having one-on-ones with him, and they kind of got separated from the crowd. But by her knowing who he is and him being unstable, not desiring to commit, and knowing that he got this mother figure that's kind of ruling him, or maybe even her mom that's ruling her, she feels like she has no authority in this connection, like it's nothing she can do. She feels powerless in it. I think there is someone that's trying to stop them from being together. It could be one of their mothers or a child's mother. There's a woman here that's stopping them, that's trying to stop them from being together. So I have her pulling back, shutting down. Then I have her going back in hopes that things will grow. She's going back, trying to shake off fears and insecurities in the relationship. She's going back with the mindset of, maybe I judged him in the wrong way. Maybe I judged too quickly. So she goes back again. But this time when she goes back, she holds back some of her feelings and she walks away again. Another abandonment here. She walks away when she doesn't feel like she has control in the connection. If she opens up her heart too much, if she gets too vulnerable, I have her pulling back, and not wanting to deal with third-party situations. Then I have her going back. That's not good. That's not a good start. Because it almost feels like, I love being your friend, and I'm not afraid to be your friend. But I come back for the lovers to see if you're better. Then I pull away. Then I come back to check again to see if you mature more in the lovers. But things are still pretty much the same. So there are some serious love issues here for her. We're going to look at that at the end. Definitely going to look at that. But she's going in and out, in and out, in and out of this connection. It has no weight. It has no floor. She's suspended in this thing. She's not heavenly connected, but she really, really enjoys the friendship. So let's see about him. He is confused by her. He does not understand her energies. He doesn't get it. He don't know how to clear things up. He doesn't know how to satisfy her. He just don't understand. He like, wow, you seriously got some issues. He sees her issues. He calls them out. He tells her, you have issues with this. You have issues with that. You're unhealthy in this area. You're unhealthy in that area. And I think that's probably another reason why she likes him, because he tell it to her. He tells her the truth. He tells it like it is. He tells her about her mental state. I mean, he got all the answers. Let him tell it. And that's what pushed her away. He actually read her out loud, vocal, and that made her run. Yeah. He talked to her about this control and the people who have control over her. He doesn't like that. He's a rebel himself. And he had pretty much made her face some truths about people who's controlling her, about the authority she doesn't have over herself, about her emotional issues, her unhealthy behavior, and how she is allowing certain things to happen in her life. He read her, and that pushed her away. And then he felt bad about it afterwards. So let's see. He wished he hadn't said it. He regrets some things that he said and did to her. He felt bad about it. But I wonder what brought it out. Yeah. And then I just had this impulse of him trying to get her back after that. Feeling restricted, she shut him down. So maybe she faced some of those truths that he said. He wasn't able to work on it. So when she came back to him, she came back on her own because he was trying and she didn't let him in. So she came back on her own. But she's still the same. You know, let me finish this and then I'll do a summary, because this one is really, really easy. I even poured it's easy now, but I even poured a oracle card for them, and it's up to them if they want to be together. They definitely have the opportunity to be together. He does not feel like a bad guy. Kind of felt like he was an Aries, to be honest, but he doesn't feel like a bad guy. But I do feel like there's some challenges in him with this rebel. He got this rebel thing on him, and they can be dangerous for her in her world if she picks up too much of that. So let me get an outcome or future energies to come, because we don't know what's going to happen. But let's see that. Energies to come. And then I'll do a summary, and then we can shut this down, because this one, I've solved the case. It took a while, but I get it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I got a victory on them. We're looking pretty good for the next 6 months. We're looking pretty good. They looking pretty good for the next 6 months. It's kind of selfish holding on outcome, but I do have some victories in there, and I have some attachment in there. So the attachments are beginning within them. I got them holding on to each other for the next 6 months to 8 months. I got them going forward for a little while longer, because this attachment thing starts to happen. The daddy-daughter thing is pretty much what they got going on. Now, let's see why she has so much issues, as he claims, and how I felt in love. Let's see. Because it could just be, I don't trust me, you know how y'all act. It could just be things that she saw. Could be a previous relationship, too, that's hard for her to get over. Yeah. She had some past history of heartbreak, trust issues, pain, feeling like she was in a real, pure, loving relationship and she wasn't. So, yeah, definitely got some heartbreak there that she's still trying to release. But this partner is not going to play with her. So, here goes the summary. So, she takes a chance with a friend because the friend is so powerful to her. He is so outgoing. He's the one that stands up for himself. And she likes that. She embraces that about him. And she's really admired by how he is so strong and so vocal and so masculine. And she look at him and she see a feeling of protection, like, wow, he could protect me, he could be great. She actually pulls him and seduces him out of the crowd and gets his attention one-on-one, and they begin to move forward in the spirit, begin to grow, and she believes that he is medicine to her sickness. Like, wow, you are the best Tylenol right now. Great conversation. Give her clarity of the mind. Definitely gave her some tips and tools on how to change from some of her insecurities or any type of thought, sadness she's been having. However, I have her putting him on the table too. So this could have been something like they had a moment of argument. He wanted to party, he wanted to go out, or she could have came to him and talked to him about his lack of commitment and this and that. Something that she called out on him. In return, he calls her out too. But he read her in the deepest way, very, very spiritually, and got deep into her soul when he vocalized how he felt about her. And they had hit heads right then. And I believe that a lot of it was true. The reason why I said it is because the reason that she goes back to him is because she felt that she judged too harshly. So they gets back together. They got this thing going, but she's still holding back feelings, still trying to be independent in the relationship at the same time. And I got her feeling like she's not in charge. But at the same time, it feels like she's okay with it. I don't have her leaving him. I have her complaining about not being able to run the relationship or feel that she can say anything she want to say or do anything she want to do. I think this is the first person that has probably read her like this and put her in her place, I would say, or put her in a place where she can see herself. And I think that she's attracted to it, but at the same time, it bothers her. So this is what happened. However, for him, he had to let her know about herself because that's who he is. But when he did it, he regretted it immediately because she shut it down. I had him working towards her, trying to release what he said, trying to make this impulse move to get close to her, and it wasn't working. She did not let him in. The only way they got back together is because she did what she wanted to do. She actually went to him and pulled things right back in. Yeah. For the outcome, I have them holding on to each other very, very tightly, and I have them having some victories. So the attachment is beginning. That we do know. And I also have this woman here, this mother, his mother, her mother, the mother of his children, her wanting to be a mother, which I really, really doubt. I never pick that up for her when I'm doing her messages, but that Empress is always around. Definitely could be some fear on her end towards his mother or child's mother, or fear on her own end for her own mother. Tell you something else, I feel like it's all three, to be honest. I feel like she has fear in her own mother and being in this relationship, or her mother is so important right now that she don't want to choose to be in a relationship. But however, overall, with this oracle card that says it's up to you, she is allowed to have this connection. It almost feels like she needs that connection because I see transitionings coming. And it feels like she's growing up at the same time. It feels like Her priorities are shifting and changing, um, leaving a mom to cleave to someone else. So this is a big moment right here. I want to say that she's replacing the guardians in her life, but it does feel like a shift and a transition over there. Definitely want to keep her mother in prayer. Okay? Yeah. So, how do I feel about this connection? Personally, I like it because I like it. I would say I like it at this point. I like how he read her, and I like how um, she was able to consider if she wanted to look at herself. I like how she evaluated herself to see if she was wrong or right. I don't know if she was wrong or right, but I have this moment after their little false attempt in a relationship where she actually sits down and say, "Well, let me think about it." Instead of running, something about him that it made her look deeply into herself, and that's a sign of a soulmate because she could have kept running, but I don't have her continuously running from him. She actually sat down to evaluate and reconsider the things that he said to see if it had any power, any truth in it. And by her doing that, that is a beautiful awakening right there. To actually change perspectives and look at something in a different view. However, I don't like how she feels that she doesn't have choices and options inside of her relationships. Even in business, it feels like that. I don't have any choices or options. Actually, you do, because your oracle said it's up to you. So we can come back and check on them, but I think they're going to go for a really good ride, definitely into the new year, maybe somewhere around spring. We can check back on them, but for now to then, they're rolling, checking each other, and learning how to apologize, learning how to forgive, learning how to have sympathy and empathy. They're learning each other big time, okay? And that rebel spirit, that can be a issue for her because she's already strong. But if she pick up this rebel spirit and take that into her life or her personal life or even business, the consequence could be greater for her because that's not who she has been lately. So she may need a little bit of this passion to get some things done personally. So he's definitely making her a warrior princess. That's what I would say. Alrighty, talk to you soon. Bye bye.